So in this video, we are going to talk about iron metabolism.
अरे ए मारो इसको.
Inletting the iron call as the ferrum. So you can call the iron man as a ferrum man. The iron is a vital trace element which plays a crucial role in the energy production, oxidative metabolism, cellular proliferation, locomotion and many catalytic reactions. The intake of the iron is done by your mouth. That means your body cannot produce or synthesize the iron. So only source of iron is your food like spinach, bean, liver and other organs of animals and shellfish, etc. The average human diet contains 10 to 50 milligrams of iron, out of which only 5 to 10% is absorbed, while in the menstruating female and the pregnant female, it increased to 10 to 30%. We ingest two forms of iron, heme iron and the non-heme iron. The heme iron, the iron which is actually derived from the animal, while the non-heme iron, that means it is derived from the plants. The heme iron is easy to absorb, while non-heme iron is quite difficult. Your food is travel from the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach and finally reach to duodenum. The duodenum where the exactly absorption of iron is take place. And some of the iron is absorbed in your proximal jejunum. Duodenum having some kind of cells which called as the absorptive cell or the enterocyte. The enterocyte have tendency to absorb your iron. But the controversy starts when your enterocyte says that
I will only accept Fe2 plus and not Fe3 plus and okay.
why it become controversy? Because your duodenum having a two form of iron, Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus iron. But your enterocyte allow only Fe2 plus. So what's about Fe3 plus iron? For the understanding of the ionic form of the iron, let us go to the chemical law charts. In the chemistry, there are three kind of reaction on the basis of transfer of electron. The first is oxidation, the second is called reduction, and third one is called this redox. The oxidation exactly is a loss of electron, while the reduction reaction is says the gain of electron, and the redox it's about both the reaction, that means oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction in single reaction. Let us start with the oxidation. If your atom shows the oxidation, that means loss of electron, this will represent by the positive charge on its side, while for the reduction reaction, negative charge will represent that. Let us take the example of your iron, which having a 26 atomic number, that means it having a 6 electron in its outermost shell. So it having a two pathway, either lost all 6 electron and become stable and gain 4 more electron to become stable. Let's consider your iron lost 1 electron. So this will represent by Fe1 plus. If 2, this will represent by Fe2 plus. 3, Fe3 plus 4, Fe4 plus 5, Fe5 plus and 6, Fe chaka plus. While all 6 states is called the oxidative states. And if your iron is gain 1 electron, that will represent by Fe1 minus. If 2, Fe2 minus. If 3, Fe3 minus. If 4, Fe4 minus. Okay. This state is called as the reductive states. Okay. Out of 6 oxidative states and 4 reductive states, only 2 oxidative states is possible, which is Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. That means ferrous and the ferric. Ferrous can convert into ferric and ferric can convert into ferrous. If ferrous, that means Fe2 plus is converting into ferric, that means he is losing 1 electron. So this process is oxidation process. While if Fe3 plus is converting into Fe2 plus, this process is called as the reduction process because there is a gaining of electron. Okay. So in our duodenum there is Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus, but our enterocyte only accept the Fe2 plus. So what's about the Fe3 plus? So we have to convert the Fe3 plus into Fe2 plus. For this we have an enzyme which is called as the duodenum cytochrome B reductase, which is present in your enterocytes. Let us go through the name of the enzyme. Why it called duodenum? Because it is present in the duodenum. Why it called cytochrome? Because if you know about the photosynthetic cycle and the respiratory cycle like non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation, where the cytochrome is exactly protein which transfer the electron from one complex to another complex. So here also there is a transfer electron from Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus. And why it called reductase? As you guys know that this process is reduction process or reduction reaction. As your duodenum cytochrome B reductase convert all the F3 plus ion into F2 plus and all Fe2 plus is ready to go in your enterocyte via a transporter which is called as DMT, Damodar Mahesh Trivedi, not divalent matter transporter 1, which is a kind of simple transporter. That means it allow only one way flow. With the help of this transporter, Fe2 plus enter in your enterocyte. But along with Fe2 plus, the H plus ions also enter in your cells. Why? Because you go through with the name of the DMT, it having a divalent. Divalent, that means it will allow 2 ions at a time. Okay. Now the Fe2 plus in your enterocyte. But if this Fe2 plus is too long in your enterocyte, that will react with H2O2 and produce the free radical which can destroy your cell. And this reaction is called as the Fenton reaction. Owing to this reason, our Fe2 plus bind with apoferritin and form the complex which is called as the ferritin, and this ferritin can store in your enterocytes. The ferritin can reverse itself, that means it can convert into apoferritin and Fe2 plus, and this Fe2 plus can supply to your blood. The transportation of iron is quite easy, but there is a controversy again between the enterocyte and the blood. The blood always says कि
मैं केवल Fe3 plus ion को ही आने दूंगा, Fe2 plus ion को नहीं. क्यों? मैं
so yes, we have to convert the Fe2 plus ion into Fe3 plus ion, and for this we have an enzyme which is called as the hepcidin. This enzyme is a ferrooxidase, that means it converts the Fe2 plus into Fe3 plus ion, and this Fe3 plus ion is ready to go in your blood via a protein which is called as the ferroportin. And as the Fe3 plus enter in your blood, it binds with the transferrin. There are 3 kinds of transferrin. There are transferrin 1, transferrin 2, GAPDH. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. All these 3 can transport your Fe3 plus, that means iron. But out of 3, the transferrin 1 having the more affinity towards the Fe3 plus. So most of the iron is transported by this transferrin. So as you guys know that the iron is a main component of hemoglobin. So most of the iron is used for the formation of hemoglobin, and the formation of hemoglobin, that means the formation of RBC. And the formation of RBC is going on in your bone marrow. In your bone marrow, the proarthroblast having the transferrin receptors much more than any other part of your body. So most of the iron is transported in your bone marrow for the formation of hemoglobin, that means ultimately the RBCs. There is a direct storage and the indirect storage. The direct storage is taking place in your liver, while the indirect storage is taking place in your macrophages. The transferrin receptor also in your liver. So your transferrin transfer the Fe3 plus ion into your liver via transferrin receptor. As your Fe3 plus enter in your liver, it binds with the apoferritin and form the complex which is called as ferritin. And if you are having more and more iron in your body, this ferritin convert into hemosiderin. Hemosiderin and the ferritin having the reversible property, that means hemosiderin can convert into ferritin and ferritin can convert into apoferritin and Fe3 plus, and this Fe3 plus ion can use by your body as your body need. The indirect storage of the iron is in your macrophage. As we guys know that the RBC destruction is taking place in the reticuloendothelial system of your spleen. So spleen is called as the graveyard of your RBCs. The macrophage destroy your RBC by the process which is called as the phagocytosis. As your macrophages engulf your RBCs, the hemoglobin is released into your macrophages, and as we guys know that the hemoglobin having the iron, so ultimately the iron is present in your macrophages and storage is also going on, and this storage can be converted into reutilization as your body need. While some of the chronic inflammatory diseases like malignancy, diabetes, infection, due to the chronic inflammation, there is a constantly releasing of cytokines, the mainly tumor necrosis factor alpha and the interferon gamma. Tumor necrosis factor alpha increase the phagocytosis receptor on a macrophage. Due to this, there is a more phagocytosis of your RBC and more iron is stored in a macrophage. While the interferon gamma increase the DMT transporter, that means direct matter transporter. So due to this, the iron is transported constantly in your macrophages, and the iron is again increased in your macrophages. In the high level of iron, there is some kind of protein which inhibits the absorption of your iron, which is called as the hepcidin. The hepcidin is a 25 amino acid protein which is released by your liver. This hepcidin is bind with ferroportin and degrade it. So there is no export of iron from your enterocyte into your blood, and there is no much iron in your blood.
अल हबीब नमस्कार, मैं जियासत अल हबीब अल कुद्दूस अल हराम अल शेखर धवन अल सुरेश रैना अल विराट कोहली अल विजय माल्या अल महेश अंबानी। तुम नाम को छोड़ती, नाम में कुछ नहीं रखती। सुरेश मेरे को बोली होती तुम।
भाई साहब विलियम शेक्सपियर ने कहा था।
विलियम शेक्सपियर सुरेश को बोली होती, सुरेश मेरे को बोली होती। तुम चुप बैठती, मेरे को बात करने देती। तो तुमने वीडियो देखी, वीडियो को उसको लाइक करती, लाइक करने के बाद सब्सक्राइब करती, सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद वो घंटा को दबाती, घंटा दबाती तो ये लड़की आती। Remember that the heart is the organ, and for the organ study we have to follow the some type.
वो आ गया, देखो देखो वो आ गया।
अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगती तो उसको स्टेटस पे रखती, अगर स्टेटस पे रखती तो मैं शेख का बच्चा तुमको फ्री में पेट्रोल देती, फ्री में पेट्रोल।